how are you all doing? I think I'll start again because I think I've realised that I might have started talking before we actually even went live. So the live chat is nearly. Normally we go live at 4 p.m. in the UK. I'm going live at 2 p.m., but I'm going live 36 minutes before the 2 p.m. So my timing is all over the place. I have to chop and change sometimes, especially when I've got other things on. I'm reading the comments here from Pickstar and Gary. It's quite interesting. Trying to get a better understanding. Gary, if you're struggling with it, yeah, don't forget to post it in the Web Squadron Facebook group. So I had a really good... Sorry, the microphone's a bit close. I had a really good night last night, in that I scrapped the bricks video. Hey Pickstar, I scrapped the bricks video, and I started from scratch. Hey Greg, I started complete from scratch. And please don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. And I am really happy with how the so far how it's turning out with the homepage. Hey Chilster, hey Dave. So yeah, it went really well. I mean, I think it was still about 2.5 hours, just over 2.5 hours record time. There were a few bits I redid or rethought about my approach, but overall, it is a very simple homepage, by the way. It's a very... Do you want to see a sneak peek of the homepage? Do you want to see a sneak peek of it? Who here wants to see a sneak peek of this page that I've been working on? I won't put it up unless you want to see it. So say to me you want to see it and I will do it. To be honest, Eddie, I've gone early because I've got a meeting. I've got one at 9 p.m. tonight with a potential client because they're based on the other side of the world. And then I got one, basically they're kind of in Australia. And then I've got one with someone at 4 p.m. today. So my timing's a little bit kind of, I don't want to say all over the place, but it is a little bit warped out. So I am not going to show you the full zoomed in page, but this is so far what's been built. And we still need, so I've zoomed out. Okay, I've zoomed out, right? We still need to do the, is this even working? Oh, this is downloading, so it's not moving properly until it's fully downloaded. Anyway, so I still need to do like the about page, contact page, blog page, custom post, filtering, all of that. But this is the home page so far. So we've got image, If you remember the Canva layout that I did, and I don't know if I can still show you the Canva one. I think I can show you the Canva one if it's still logged in. Let me just log into my Facebook, blah, 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 blah. Right, here we go. So if you remember, this was the layout that I was playing with. So do you remember the layout I was playing with over here? In fact, should we open it up in... Can I do 2 windows? Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can do 2 windows. Cool. So you can see both windows there. So if I show you like that, and then... hold on a moment, right? Just hold on. Where's the page? There we go. So that was the mock-up I did. That was the mock-up. You can see the mock-up there. And then you can see over here. Now, I haven't done the blog bit yet, so the blog bit will still happen over here. But you can see my thought process with how I was kind of creating it and how I've now laid it out. And I will show you, though, that if I go like this, okay, if you look at this screen here, look at the box and look at the text. As you look at the text here and look at the text here, right? As you shrink down, it all kind of starts to shrink responsively. So can you see the grid shrinks and so does the text responsively, right? So you're going to get all of that, okay? So you're going to get all of this nicely, like, styling going on there and all of that. Anyway, sneak peek of what I've been working on in terms of the bricks video. Video killed the radio. No, it's radio killed the... No, video killed the radio store. Was it? I can't remember now. Was it video killed the radio store? Yeah, it was video killed the radio store, right? Hey, George. Great to have you here, by the way. Thank you very much, Eddie. I'm glad you liked the video. I had to be careful that I didn't patronize anyone, but I also was like, it's got to be good for veterans who are very used to things and they just need to hear a second opinion of something. But also for brand new users, like boom, 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 all of this stuff. And that's exactly how I'm approaching the bricks video as well. So the bricks video, again, I go back over WordPress, optimization, WebP, fonts, all of the basics before you even hit the bricks. And again, I think it was just a kind of... Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. I hope you like that page, though. I hope you like it, Sergio. I mean, I think that's quite a... I go through it step by step, so I hope you like it when that video comes out. Eddie, have I ever thought to go to Udemy with that course? I don't know, Eddie. I don't know. Udemy, I think they expect you to do a lot more effort. I don't know. I'm not sure. If I'm really honest, Eddie, I don't know. In fact, I don't even know if I've still got the video saved. I don't think I've got the video. Did I delete it? Did I delete the video? I think I have. Yeah, I think I have, in fact, because it was the amount of file space it was taking up. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. I mean, I've still got all the individual components, though, so I could technically, if I wanted to, let me just double check. Have I got all the bits here? Single product, Woo set. Yeah, I've got all the components there, so if I wanted to, I could do. No, it's not in the bin. Sorry, what I meant, Pixar, was the big video. I deleted that, but all of the chunks that made that up, I've still got that. So if I wanted to do it, I suppose I could, right? I don't know, maybe I could try Udemy. I don't know. I could try it, maybe. I don't know. But it feels a bit like I'm cheating as well at the same time because it's available for free on YouTube. So to then put in a cost for it, I'm not sure if that would go down so well, especially if anyone found out, hey, I paid for this and it's available on YouTube for free. Hey, Sinan, how are you doing? Video killed the radio store. Star. Sorry, Gene. There you go. So yeah, you just had a sneak peek of the bricks website that I'm doing. So Daryl has... Oh, really, Eddie? I didn't know that you could do it for free. I didn't know that Udemy allowed you, Udemy even, allowed you to do it for free. I did not know that. I did not know that. I thought you always had to offer it. So you can offer it on... Oh, really, Eddie? Thank you for the tip. I didn't know that. I think normally I tend to see stuff on that is you pay for. Hey, Ivan, Itabik, how you doing? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to work out, George. What would Udemy like to do it, even if it was for free? But I'll have a look at it. Thank you for your tips. Pickstar, if you make a video in there, you don't have to have bad. Yeah, exactly. I am going to be adding a custom field to that bricks website, but I don't want to use the custom field plugin because it's not a custom post type. It's just going to be an extra field. So I'm probably going to drop in like some snippets so that we can create... No, Eddie, it's a good idea, Eddie. It's a really good idea, Eddie. And I'm glad you've given it to me because I didn't actually think about that. So I think I should consider it. I think I should consider it. Why not, hey? Why not? Why not? Yeah, why not, right? What is there to lose except my sanity? I mean, I've already spent 2.5 hours video. The editing time on that video was, let me get my timings right here now. 10, 11, 12, 3.5, 4.5 hours. It took 4.5 hours to edit a 2.5 hour video. So 2.5 hours edited is down to 1.5, but it took 4.5 hours. So again, the bricks video, tons of time is going into creating this, because I don't think there is a really good tutorial out there. Can I say that? I've done bricks videos, but they tend to focus on bits here and there. But I don't think there's a full-blown good killer video out there for bricks. Would you agree with that? There are some tutorials, but they kind of skate a bit, right? Mine's going through very systematically. Would you agree with that or not? Would you say there are? And I know you're going to mention other people, but I'm talking about start to finish with one website. Hey Pez, how you doing? Hey Big Kahuna, great to have you here. Post meta. Yeah, well, all I want to do on the post is add in a reading time and a reading time and a level. So skill level, that's the word, skill level. Basic, intermediate, advanced. I don't want to use a custom field plugin just for that. So I am probably going to just do like a snippet so that we can just add in a couple of fields into the post, because it's not a post type. You know, we're not creating a directory or anything like that. Thank you very much, George and Pickstar. I'm glad you agree. Hey, Danny Gingras, not seen you either. Your voice is a bit low. Okay, let me just check. Hold on. What about now? Is that better, VJ? Is the voice better now? Was it because I was too far away? I might have been a bit back like that. Maybe this is better? Maybe this is better. Cheers, Nikki and Pickstar. Thank you for your kind words about owing me lots of Pepsi Max. You all do owe me lots of Pepsi Max. But you know what? A lot of love has to be given out to so many people here as well, because so many of you have helped me to keep going, to feel entertained when I'm doing these videos and live chats. And I get so many... I get advice and ideas from all of you guys as well. The support I get from people as well. You know, Pickstar's helped me out with stuff. George has helped me out with stuff. Brian advises. John advises. Eddie's put his 2 pence in. Some of you push me to think a little differently. Some of you say, hey, what about this? And I go, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Dave Den is amazing with supporting people with his forums, and he jumps in and out all the time on the Global Elemental Forum. So a lot of what you guys are doing, and when I say guys, I'm not being gender specific. I want to make that clear. I say guys as in human beings, okay? Right? I don't care if you're male, female, trans, binary, non-binary, whatever, okay? When I say guys, I mean generally, all right? It's a bit like the Goonies, where they go, hey, you guys. He's not just talking to the guys when he says it. Hey, you guys. You know the Goonies? It's general. Smit Babsar says, give a roadmap for beginners. So, Smit, have you seen the videos I released on Monday and today? Today, we have a video on WordPress settings. Go and watch it. On on Saturday night, we had a massive 7-hour video come out. There's your roadmap, Smit. There's your roadmap, right? Or what you can do, Smit, is go and get our course. Because if you want like a proper roadmap for your business, scaling up and all of that, then maybe you need to go and have a look at this. All right. I'm not trying to sell it to you, by the way. I'm just saying to you that might be a good option for you to consider if you feel like you need a little bit of extra guidance like that. Rainbow Fraction, man. Or do you mean faction? You mean faction, right? Not fraction, I think. Yeah, you are right, Dave. There are good start to finish, but they're usually locked behind a paywall. You are right. Smith, should you buy Divi or Elementor? Have you looked at both of them? Go and look at both of them, and then you make your own mind up. It's not for me to say use Divi over Elementor or the other way around, just like I won't say use Bricks over Breakdance or anything like that. You kind of have to go in, play with them a bit, get the free versions, get a feel for them, watch videos and stuff like that. Yeah, don't worry, Ive. I mean, I was kind of lucky that when I recorded the video, I actually recorded them in chunks. So I did the WordPress setting, then I did the home page, then I did the other pages, then I did the post, then I did there's a single post template, then I did the WooCommerce settings, then the product, then the templates, then the payment gateway, then the rank math. So I luckily had the chunks already saved down as separate videos, so it made it easier for me to go, right, the WooCommerce settings is relevant regardless of the builder you're using, right? So the WooCommerce does not talk about Elementor at any point. It is literally just WooCommerce. Shipping, taxes, payment gateway, how to set up your PayPal, how to set up your Stripe, all of that. So you can now go, boom, release that video as a separate WooCommerce. I wanted to be very, very careful. And even with rank math to an extent, the first half of the video you can apply to any WordPress website. Nikki, look, I know, mate, you're in Leicester, I know. I keep thinking one day we'll bump into each other, like at High Cross, Leicester Shopping Centre. We'll be like, hey, Nikki, hey, Imran, and then we'll carry on walking. Bricks definitely isn't the right... I agree, Eddie. I don't think Bricks is right for anyone brand new. I do think that... I'm going to be controversial now. I'm going to say that brand new might want to start off with Gutenberg or Elementor or even Breakdance. Bricks is... You know, there's more thinking. There's more thinking. There are times when you do something and you have to go, how do I do that? Or shall I approach it like this instead? Any tutorial for client dashboard inside WordPress with their analytics? To be honest, Danny, you might as well use a plugin like Google Sitekit or Rank Math. Rank Math is good. Google Sitekit is good. It all depends on how much detail did I really want to go down. Yeah, you know what, George? Providing help down WhatsApp is always a bad recipe, right? This is taking really long to download. It's nearly done, but because I've put it onto the Dagobah scene, Yoda's home, and it's meant to be raining, you can see it, but you see up there in the corner, there's these little white symbols. That means it's still downloading, so it takes a bit of a longer time. Hey Sam Rizzi, how are you doing? Do I use a client portal, Atarim, Sergio? So I've done videos on Atarim that you can use for free, right? So you can set up, like, put all your websites on there and then invite your clients to a particular website and then they can jump on and comment. Today I've let down a lot of people, right? I've let down a lot of people. I built a website for someone about, let me get my dates right, about 2.5 years ago. Built a website for someone. And they've come back and they want loads of changes. They sent a 3-page Word document. And I've now said, based on my current rates, the cost, it has shot up. It's going to be 10 times what you think it is. So what I did her website 2.5 years ago, it's nearly 10 times that with the amount of changes needed, right? Because there was a cost for doing changes, but now it's 10 times that. She's come back going, she's really not happy. She's not happy at all. She is not happy. You know, how dare I do that? Even though I explained demand, our rates, all of that. Because she's not a maintenance plan client. She isn't on a care plan or anything like that. She wants loads of changes. 3 pages typed out. And there's no images in there. It's just literally typed. Every line, loads of changes. Because she wants to do things differently. The cost has shot up. And I had to be really honest with that. I said, I would love to help you. I can get it done for you before the 28th of May. It's going to take me about 3 days. I can do this. But I've got to be honest. Demand and all of that, and our rates as they are now, is much higher than what we were before. And she's not happy. She's now said, well, can you at least create a backup for me? You're not even on a care plan with me. You're not even hosted by me. I hate to be brutal here, but you are nothing to me. I built your website 2.5 years ago. But we don't have a long-lasting relationship. I mean, I can't even remember off the top of my head what backup service she had. I can't remember. Was it Updraft or something else? I can't remember. I can't even remember who she's hosted with. Actually, I think she was GoDaddy. I think she might have been one of the GoDaddy bunch, you know, whatever. Right? It does feel a lot like a new build. The other thing where I've let down some people today are, well, 3 people, to be honest. So last night and this morning, I get emails, and the emails are like that. Hey, Imran, we love your videos. We love what you do. I've learned so much from you. I love supporting you, but can you go to my website, look here, duck, 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 go to this page, duck, 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 see this, see that. Can you check why? Can you tell me what I do to fix it? If you need a login, can you like blah, 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 blah? And I'm like, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. So my reply to them, do you want to know what my reply to them is? Let me show you, okay? I'll paste it here if I can just get one of these, because I'm using URL, not URL. Hold on. Are we still live? Can someone just put a message on? I feel like everything just suddenly went, my internet just went down. Can you confirm that we're live? No, Greg's message just came and we are live, yeah. In fact, I'll tell you what I said to them, right? Here's what I say. Here's my wording. Raheem, are you okay? Yeah. Raheem's still unwell. So I said, sorry, I get about 40 plus messages a day asking me to look at videos or to provide support, and I can only do that as part of a one-to-one consultation. Best to post in the Facebook Web Squadron group. Sorry to waste your time. Here's the link. So I'm literally saying to them that I get bombarded. I get direct messages. I get notifications. I get all sorts of stuff going on. It's just loading, Raheem. That's why it's just loading it.
That's not real.
No, I know it's someone's home, but it's loading. It's where Yoda lives. That's where Yoda lives.
No, it doesn't.
He does. Yoda lives here. This is Dagobah, the Dagobah system. Yoda lives here.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah, I bet you do. So I'm, you know, I hate doing that. I really want to help everyone out, but there comes a point where when you get really long direct messages or notifications and they start to go, can you look at all of this for me? And I have to go, yeah, as part of a one-to-one consultation. Exactly, George. And it comes down to, like, when it's us guys, right? We always help each other out here and there wherever we can because we have a community. But when people contact me and I've never spoken to them before, like ever, these are people who I've never come across, and they want that extra bit of help from you, you can spend half an hour of your life diagnosing, inspecting, problem solving, and you might not even get the answer. And then it's going to bother you. You can't do it. It's going to bother you. 2 hours later, you'll have a look again and you lose another half hour. There's been times where I've spent 2 hours of my life literally brainstorming a solution. How do we do this? How do we do it? But you're not being... You are right, Brian. Yoda used to live there. So it's one of those things where I would love to help everyone out, but it gets to like, you know, it gets pretty tricky. Nikki, to be honest though, Nikki, right? I don't know how many people in Leicester actually use Elementor. How many even know about Web Squadron? I don't know. I've never done a survey to go, how many whereabouts in the world are you? What city are you in? Maybe we should do a survey one day. But then again, I don't think many people would complete it. Just read Brian's comment about the Uranus server. Yeah, you are right, Gary. And it's it always boggles the mind, you know, when like sometimes I've gone back to some people with my message about I can't help you, post it in the Facebook group instead, and I get a snarky comment back sometimes like I was expecting more from you, you know, I will now decide if I'm going to go follow someone else. And I'm like, whatever. Really, at the end of the day, whatever. You know, you got to be a bit brute force sometimes. Sam, I had a client where you built a wedding ring e-commerce product. Wow, 100 rings in 3 different sites for $1,000. And then their server crashed and I asked them to pay again and they thought I was crazy. What? So what, they lost their entire website, Sam? Wow. Wow, that's kind of scary. Obviously, you hope they have backup, but if they ain't got a backup, you're kind of stuck, isn't it? Maybe, Nikki, maybe one day, you know, maybe one day we'll do like a worldwide Web Squadron community event, but we're so spread out over the world, you know, we'll have to do it virtually, right? We'll have to do like a virtual conference day thing or something like that. You know? What's that, George? Yeah, exactly, George. Yeah, that's what they say. No, George, that's what they say. They literally say, oh, well, I expected more from you. Or, no. So one person, they said they love my videos and channels. Then they said they wanted loads of help. I said, I can't. I said, unless it's a consultation and it's paid for, I can't put time into this. They then came back to me and what they said was, well, this is the reason why you don't have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Because if you don't give more, you're not going to grow. And no wonder you don't get more than 500 views or 200 views per video. I was like, what? I said, some of the videos do okay. I know they take time. But it was like, I don't think a lot of people out there that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers have spent time answering and supporting every email. Is it loaded? So, yeah, so they've loaded except this one. This one's near the end. This one's near. And you can now see the rain. Look. You can hear the rain. You can hear the rain, you know. But yeah, it's kind of like, it was like, and I don't reply to them. I don't get involved into it. How dare you say that? It's the ones that get me really cross, and I often do reply to them, is when someone goes, we want to collaborate. We love your channel. We love you. We think you're great. We think you're the right person to help us with our plugin or our theme. Cloudways contact me all the time. Hostinger contact me all the time, usually one of their representatives. And I say to them, I'm not interested in affiliate commissions. If you want me to do a video, you have to pay for 3 to 4 hours of my time, right? You've got to pay for my time to research, record, edit, cover art, upload, all of that. You've got to pay for that time, right? Here's the price. And they come back to me with, you're not worth that. You haven't got so many subscribers. You can't even guarantee that our video will get 50,000 views. You're too small. And I go back to them going, thank you, but you contacted me, not the other way round. Take care. Some of them have spoken to me a year ago, and then they've come back to me in the last 2 months, and they now go, right, we think you've grown bigger now. You know, you got over 20,000 subscribers now. We would like to restart this. And I then go, thank you, but my prices now are double what they were a year ago. My price is double. And then I get the same reply. Oh, you're not big enough. You can't guarantee 50,000 views. We're not interested. And again, you kind of go, you came to me. Goodbye. You know, and you go, it's ludicrous. It's so ludicrous because a lot of these companies like Cloudways, I'm telling you now, Cloudways come to me a lot. They come to me and go, yeah, you know, no, Hostinger as well. Hostinger are the funniest. When they contact me, they're like, hey, look, you should go on the affiliate commission. We get 15,000 new clients every day. And I sort of go, really? And I say to them then that if you get 15,000 every day, what I'm asking for to do a video for you is, it's like tiny. If you work it out, 15,000, what I'm asking isn't even 0.5%, probably, or 1%. I don't know. It's not even that. So surely what I'm asking for, you should be able to afford. Ooh, no. Ooh, no. Oh, no. Do you get what I mean? They love to put these claims out. So I go, look, even if I go on the cheapest WordPress hosting that you offer, the cheapest hosting package, the cheapest, and I multiply that by 15,000. In fact, should we do it? Should we go and have a look at it online? Let's have a look at it online. I love all this shit we do. By the way, can I just check the comments? Because I think I've missed a few. Hey, Daddy Pig. Hope you're okay. Yep, right. So let's go to Cloudways. Let's go to Cloudways, right? Let's do the mathematics of this. Okay, so let's go to pricing. What's the cheapest one? I think I'm pretty sure it's DigitalOcean, right? So $14 per month, right? They claim that they always get 15,000 new clients a day, which is bullshit, okay? Bullshit. I'm calling it bullshit. 15,000. So let's just say, right? Let's just say that you had, right now, 15,000 people. This is what they say they're making then every day. Every day, right? So when you then take what I'm saying they should pay for a video, right? I'm asking for 0.004%. It's not even 1%. It's 0.004% is what I'm asking. And they go, oh no. Oh no. Right, well, your 15,000 is a load of shit then, isn't it? Right? You know? And this is Cloudways. I'm telling you now stuff that they probably don't want me to tell you. But this is what they put in their emails to me. Affiliate commission, you will make loads of money. What a load of rubbish. Like, seriously. Where do these 15,000 come from? Where do these 15,000 come from? Where do they come from? Right? What? Who are they? Who are they? I don't know. Who here uses Cloudways, by the way? Who here is actually using Cloudways? So Sam says it happened to me. You end up paying like $50 per month. Is these all the add-ons? So they hook you in, and then they give, they lure you in, don't they? No, mate, I'm not going to be your friend. I get a lot of friend requests on Facebook, and if anyone here has tried to friend request me and I don't do it, it's because I'm trying to keep my friends just to my friends, to be honest, on Facebook at the moment. Well, that's the other thing, Eddie, right? If you get that many clients, why are you asking other people to pick it up for you? Hey, Artif, how you doing? Now, I know a lot of people that say they like Cloudways. My only experience with Cloudways is via customers or clients that were with them, and I wasn't overly impressed. I found it convoluted, especially their back-end system. I didn't find it always simple. Greg makes decent money by hosting myself and delivering quality services and treating my customers like family. That's quite a nice. That's quite a nice way with the words there, Greg. I have to say, you treat them like family. I don't want to say how I would treat them if I treat them like family. I'd probably never talk to them. Yeah. I mean, Brian, IONS. I never liked IONS. I never liked them. Fat J, do you know what's the best way to make a newsletter? Do you know how to make a newsletter form that you can select the tags for what you want to submit? Good one, that actually. I might be wrong here, but you might need to add in a custom field. I don't know now. I don't know, Fat J. I'm not going to say I'll think about it, because I need to stop saying that. Hey, I'll think about it. And then people are waiting for me to solve it, but I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of a custom field that links back in, maybe. Tiara. What is the future as developers and creators? We're still going to be developing and creating, right? Let me give you an analogy, right? With Elementor, Divi, and all of these other solutions, a lot of people started saying, oh my God, our jobs are at risk. If anyone wants to create a shop, I'll give you a better example. Shopify. Shopify is piss easy to set up a store, right? And I remember a lot of people going, oh my God, no one's going to come to me to have a WooCommerce website built or an e-commerce now. Shopify is going to take all the business. It hasn't. In fact, a lot of Shopify customers need to hire a developer or a designer to tinker with their Shopify store. So quite frankly, page builders, all of these solutions we use, all it does is make things quicker because think of the last time you built a homepage in Elementor, Bricks, Breakdance, Divi, anything, right? Gutenberg. Think of the last time you built a homepage. How long did it take to you build that basic homepage? 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Most likely you did it in a day, right? Would you agree with me on that? Would you agree? Basic homepage, probably a day. Now imagine how long would it take to build that same homepage using raw HTML and CSS styling and a bit of JavaScripting here and there. How long is it going to take you? From scratch, okay? No copy-paste code anywhere. You build it from scratch. What are we talking about now? Still 1 day? 2 days? 3 days? Has anyone here got good experience of this? What would you say? Right? So the tools we have now just make things quicker. Just like AI is mainly content driven. 10 years ago? Yeah, 10 years ago, people were saying you don't need a website. You got Facebook and Twitter. You don't need a website. Forget websites. You don't need them. Just like with ebooks, right? Ebooks. You don't need written books. Ebooks is all you need, right? There was even a point when iPads first came out. Oh, you don't need a laptop. You don't need a laptop. You just got the iPad now, right? So technology always moves on, but you're still going to need a little bit of human interaction with understanding, problem solving, risk managing, being able to go, yeah, but this is what the solution is, but in reality, can humans interpret and understand it? So I think, absolutely, Brent, hard coding tables, my goodness. Exactly, George. And that's the thing that I find with Shopify. They start off with Shopify. They love it. Oh, I want to do this. You can't do that. I want to do that. You can't do that either. Well, how do I do it? You got to go to WordPress. WordPress? WordPress is so 20 years ago. Yeah. So are TVs in a way. You know, technology moves on and the way we do things, right? Yeah, exactly, Sinan. Look at that. Carousels, it can take a couple of days. So all of these, look, Daddy Pig, 3 weeks. Basic homepage, remember? So all of these tools we got, I'm pretty sure when Elementor was building up Steam, there were people going, oh my God, anyone can build a website. We're going to lose work. Not really. Not really. In fact, it opens a new stream. There are people now employing mid-journey experts. Did you know that? They're being employed by companies, right? You have content writers that use ChatGPT and other tools hired by companies to do their media marketing and slogans and stuff. It opens opportunities, right? And I think now we're in an arena where you can do more than just building websites, okay? And I think even if another tool comes out, even if we have a new version of ChatGPT, right, where you upload images and words and it generates a website, what are you going to do when you want to tinker with that website? You tell ChatGPT, and ChatGPT goes and screws it up or doesn't interpret it exactly. And then you ask again, and it does something different. No, I want this. Oh, and it does something different. Because it's only as good as the input and what it's learned. And even then, you can learn and input as much as you want, but it ain't going to tell you how to get out of a black hole. All right? If the universe got sucked into a black hole right now, well, not the universe, the solar system, or our solar system, or a galaxy, I don't know. ChatGPT is only going to tell you what it knows and what it thinks it can tell you. You're going to need someone there to go, thank you, but did you think about this? What about if we do that? And that's the thing, that's my view on AI and how it will evolve. But you need my fingers, your fingers, their fingers to help nurture it. And that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Yep. Brian writes about the transparent GIF trick. Writing HTML in Notepad. Yep. People just need to rethink their tools and learn to master them. Very well said, Greg. Absolutely. It's like Canva, right? I stopped using Photoshop because I use Canva. Who would have predicted that? I was a massive Photoshop user. Massive. Nearly every day I was doing something with Photoshop. Ditched it and now I use Canva. Who could have predicted that? And I used a tool in so many different ways, not just for let's just get images and photos. No, I do other stuff with it as well. I try to be creative with it. And it's like ChatGPT, right? Whenever they show it on the news, right? They show these news reporters going, let's look at ChatGPT. Let's ask it something like, how do I peel an egg? Oh, it told me how to peel an egg. Oh, how do I walk the dog? No shit, it just told me how to walk the dog. Now give me a different version. No shit, it just told me how to walk the dog differently. Now tell me how they do it in India. Triple shit, mate. They do it differently in India. All of that. And I sat there going, is that the most you're going to do with ChatGPT? Like, what is toilet roll made out of? Oh my God. Toilet roll comes from a factory that comes from a tree and something else that someone spat into a pot and then they blended it to make toilet paper. And I go, flipping heck, mate. And then you got people like us that go, give me a snippet. Ding, 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 ding. Give me a JavaScript code. Tell me how to help create a plugin. I've got an error message. What does this mean? How do I do that? And we are pushing it here and there to the limits of what we think it can do. And we have to fact check all the time. Don't just trust it. You got to double check it, right? And we do all of this. But you still need us to do it, to get the best out of it. Yep, Sam moved over to X. Well, you moved from Photoshop to Canva, but you use XD as well. That's really good. Take care, Eddie. Thank you for being here. I know I started really early, Eddie, but thank you so much for coming. And thank you for putting the Udemy idea into my head. I hadn't really thought about it, but I will look into it a bit more. Jane, you've made a website using only mid-journey images, and I think it's a nice way. Yeah, do you know what? It is a pretty fantastic way to basically do things differently, right? Especially when you're doing mock-ups, but you could even have a website where you're allowed to kind of not just use stock images to get a particular kind of look without having to hire a photographer. And as long as it looks either abstract or realistic enough, you can get away with it, right? Sinan, 99, I would say 90% of mine is code writing. 10% is I will go and say, hey, ChatGPT, give me a really funny tweet about why I love Pepsi Max. It gives me some stuff. I then tinker with it, stick it in social media, paste. Right? It inspires me. It inspires me. But why is it whenever they show it on TV, they have people going stuff like, tell me about Stephen Hawking, and it gives you a life history, and they go, wow, it's an encyclopedia. It is a dictionary. Or they go and say, yeah, you can have that, Raheem, yeah. Or they might say, hold on, Raheem, did you eat all of your pasta? Like all of it? Did you lick the plate? You didn't lick the plate. Go and lick the plate. Go and lick. I swear, if you don't lick the plate, he doesn't have to lick the plate. I'm joking. But as long as you enjoyed it, okay? Yep. So, tell me about Winston Churchill. Tell me about a war. Tell me about X. And I'm like, this is basic stuff. This is something you could get off Wikipedia. Don't just ask it questions that you could get off Wikipedia or whatever. Ask it something that pushes it, that really makes it turn into Skynet. Sorry, everyone. I've gone on and on and on and on about AI here, haven't I? It's a topic I love to talk about. Yeah, it's something I'd love to talk about. Do you know what? We should start our own TV channel, shouldn't we? But then again, we do have YouTube. We should have like a 24/7 TV channel. Ooh, Brian. Last words of Hawking. Oh, bless. Yeah, so Gary, I use Photopea now and again. The only annoying thing about Photopea is how you get the adverts and stuff. I first started with CS3, Creative Suite 3, with Photoshop, and I was in love with it. When I first started using it, I was like blown away by what I could do. Imran L, what's your thoughts on reseller agency hosting? I don't. To be honest, Imran, it's about, can you handle it? Can you handle the pressure? Can you handle the fact that you'll be the middleman between the client and the host company? You got to make sure you get a good one with great tech support, staging sites, SSL certificates, backups as well. Even though you're going to do a separate backup, it's good to have it provided as well. So to be honest, Imran L, it all depends. And when it comes to recommendations, I hate to say it, but you shouldn't ask anyone for a recommendation. So my answer to you is this. You've considered doing it. So you need to now research it and find out what's going to work for you. It's like someone saying to me, hey, what do you think about driving cars? What car should I get? Well, go away and find the cars you like. What do you need it for? Just you? Your family? A big family? Just 2 people? What are you going for? Where are you going? How far are you going? What kind of fuel tank do you need? Does it need to be electric? So look at what you get and make your own mind up. Never, ever trust what someone else says, because I could say SiteGround because it works for me and my clients, and I'm happy. And I'll happily tell you to go for SiteGround. But someone else might say Cloudways, and someone else might say Hostinger, and someone else might say GoDaddy. And if anyone says GoDaddy, that's when you go running. WordCamp. Did anybody get an email from WordCamp Europe yesterday about their sponsors? Did anybody here get an email from WordCamp Europe about their sponsors? About who is sponsoring WordCamp Europe? I'm going to wait to see if any of you got that email. You might not have done, but it made me laugh. Yep, I agree with you there. Luke, do you know if it's possible to pull through HTML to the post archive? Hey Jimmy, how you doing? I've got a meeting later on, Jimmy, in about 2 hours' time, so I thought I'd come on live early just so we can chat away, have fun, sing and dance, hold hands, laugh and cry, jump off a cliff without a parachute, and then we all die. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, so GoDaddy's rubbish, Bio, really don't. You might go into GoDaddy, right, and you might have a great experience, but there will come a point where you're going to get burnt. Do not do GoDaddy. So yesterday, WordCamp Europe sent out a couple of emails about their new sponsors. I'm going to try and dig out the email, okay, because I really think you really want to read it. I deleted it, but I might still have it in my bin. I think it is still in my bin. Is it in my bin? Where is it? Yeah, here you go. I think I've got it. Here you go. So, hold on. So they sent out an email to say, oh man, they're basically talking about their sponsors, right? And they basically said that they are being sponsored. Oh, bloody hell, I can't open it. Jetpack, which made me laugh. They've also said they're sponsored by Hostinger. They're also sponsored by... Where is it? Let me try and find the email. No, I think I got rid of it. I don't know what I've done with it. I got rid of it anyway. I'm a bit annoyed I got rid of it. I should have kept a copy of it. because yeah, I got it. Anyway, look, they're being sponsored by Bluehost, right? And here's what I found really, really funny. They put like quite a lengthy bit at the bottom of their email talking about how brilliant Bluehost are. And even when you're sponsored, you don't put out a message saying Bluehost are amazing for hosting. The support, the services, everything you get is amazing. And if you want to go for hosting, you gotta go for Bluehost. I was a bit like, what the heck? You know, it's a bit like you lose respect. If one of you said, right, you use GoDaddy and you like it, I would say it's subjective, and if it works for you, fine. I don't like it, but that's just the way it is, right? Okay? Because it's cheap, Danny. They get sucked into it, and GoDaddy are very clever with their marketing. They're so clever, it sucks people in. Do you think any of the celebrities that use actually have ever used GoDaddy? Do you think they've ever got proper experience? No, they're just paid to promote it, which is what they do. But Bluehost, part of the same company as GoDaddy, they are bad news, right? The amount of clients I've had with Bluehost, and they are bad news. Yeah, I mean, GoDaddy are appalling when with staging sites. You'll have a staging site, you're working on it, and the server will go down all the time. And it happens, and you lose what you were working on. When it goes down, it's not like you get a warning. It just goes down. And then you got to go back in. And then you're literally like this. Every 30 seconds, save, update. You keep doing that. Because you get frightened that you're going to lose your work. Now, the thing is, Pez, the very first time I started using WordPress properly, I was with Bluehost, and then I left them after 6 months and it might be because of the way I question or interrogate. Well, what does that do? And why is that not over there? And how do I do X? So I probe a lot as to the potential of what you can do. So, Jamie, SiteGround have recently upped their servers. So, SiteGround, I've had no issues with them. I like SiteGround. I recommend it to my clients all the time, especially if they've not got one. I do tell them it's pricier than others, but you get what you pay for. But they recently upped their servers about a month or so ago. And now the websites are even faster than they were before. And so SiteGround, they've done something behind the scenes to up their game a bit. Greg does make a good point, though. You know, if you were to do an affiliate with GoDaddy, I bet loads of people, you'd make quite a lot of money from it, I bet. To be honest, though, Pez, their customer support, I have found a little bit, they're good, but they're not as good as others. So if you were to compare them to SiteGround, for me, yeah, if you're only experienced, not you, by the way, I don't mean you, Pez, but if you only ever use GoDaddy, Bluehost, 123reg, IONS, even one-on-one, you know, they're what I call HostGator, all of these people, you kind of go, meh, you know, you might not know any different. The minute you move to something like Hostinger or 20i or Kinster or SiteGround, when you go to something like that, the difference then is like apple and pears. It's not even apple and pears. It's like apple and... It's like apple and Windows. It's not like apple and pears, it's apple and Windows, you know. I can tell you now, hey Johnny, I can tell you now that a lot of people don't always like the Apple way, the system. But I personally, right, when you go from Windows to the Apple operating system, it's so much better. I can still use Word and Excel. I've got them on here, so I'm not missing out. Because really, with Windows, why did you need a Windows machine? When I was younger, it was because I needed Word and Excel and PowerPoint and all of that. I can get that here. The same thing, because it's Office 365 now. So, for me, it's like Apple and Windows. GoDaddy, Bluehost, 123Reg, HostGator, all of those. Then you got all the other biggers. And it is... Do you know what, Sam? I was going to say Mangoes. Did you notice I was about to say it? I was like Apple and... But it's like Apple and Windows. You know, at the end of the day, they're both hosting, but it's the different thing. Hey, Johnny, and how are you finding the move to SiteGround, by the way? Yeah, Brian, the crying. Bless you, mate. Bless you. Oh, I love the analogy here. Getting to them is like fighting your way through a colon. That is a brilliant analogy. I'm going to have to steal that one and use it one day in a video. You know. I have to think of how I'd use it. Yeah, thank you, Jamie. I mean, by the way, please don't use SiteGround just because I like using it. Please don't make that mistake. Use it after you've done your research. Hold on. Raheem, are you okay? Yeah. Was that water? Yeah. Okay, you drunk too much? Yeah. Okay, are you feeling better? Do you want to go lie down for a bit? No. You don't want to lie down? No, you're on your iPad? You're meant to be ill. You're not meant to be on your iPad. But, by the way, it is his iPad. So when he says, I'm on my iPad, it is his. We never get to touch it. Literally, the only time I touch it is to check the charge and then plug it in the charger. Because he never does that. He waits until it gets to like 1% and then he pops it down and I'm like, what's up? And he goes, oh, nothing. And I go over and go, blimmin' heck, you've let it go all the way down. The charger is here. The charger has a 2-meter wire. It's got a 2-meter wire I got for him. The point is there, you're sat 1 meter away and it's got a 2-meter wire. So why aren't you it's even plugged in for you. Just plug it into the iPad. And he's like, oh, I forgot. And I'm like, you're sat right there. Kids and charging is as bad as kids doing homework, right? If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. Kids and charging is as bad as kids doing homework. Here he's heard that. He's come in now. Come in now. He's like, it's in the doorway.
No, I'm good at homework.
Oh, I bet you are.
I definitely am.
There you go. Look, you can see it now. Look, the rain.
No, what's that man's name that lives in there?
What's that man's name?
That gremlin. Why is that gremlin not coming out?
Did you hear that? He says, what's that old man, that gremlin? Yoda.
Oh, why's Yoda not coming out?
He just called Yoda an old man gremlin.
I don't know his name.
Right. Can you all please send money? Because we're going to need to buy a coffin. I might need to have it delivered tomorrow. He called Yoda an old man gremlin. How dare... No, I think he's just messing around. He loves Mandalorian and Grogu. He loves all that. So SiteGround do have high renewal rates. I will say that. They're not the cheapest, but I do love what they do. Yeah, Liquid Web, sorry, I forgot about that one, Greg. Raheem, don't mess around. So Johnny, what you need to do, right, what you need to do, if any of you ever want to watch one of the live videos on replay, when you go to our video channel on YouTube, Web Squadron, it says videos playlists, and then it says live. You go into the live, and that's where all the replays are for the live chats. So some people say, oh, where was the replay? It's in the live. The live isn't just live as in it's live. It means it's the replay of the live. Okay. Just check the questions coming in. Thank you, Johnny. I hope you liked the Mid-Journey video. Brian, I hate to say what he'd call me. How tall are you, Brian? How tall are you, Brian? Can the images that Mid-Journey create be used for building client websites? It depends. It depends what you create and what your prompt is, right? Sometimes Mid-Journey version 5 is much better with the fingers. Before, you'd get hands that were like that. They'd be like that. You know, you'd have like something like that. Your hands, it'd be like, what the, you know, how many fingers on the hand? That's what you were getting. It's much, much better now. However, it does depend on what you're creating and does the image work for the brand, what you're doing. So, mate, no, you're not. Are you really, Brian? Are you? No, you're not. Are you? Because now I feel like your avatar image is life size because right now you're that big on the screen. Are you really? No, you're not. So if you create images, you got to then fit. Does it work with what? Careful. Does it work with what you're selling? You know you need to have a shower with shampoo.
Okay, go and help me.
What, right now? Are you really going to go? Why don't you go have one now?
No.
You need to have a shower, mate. What was I saying? What were we talking about? Mid-Journey. So let's say your website is selling drinks. You're now going to make sure the image, like, represents what you're doing. Then you got to watch out for the wording because Mid-Journey is very rubbish at wording and it puts, like, funny symbols. Then you might have to take it into Photoshop and get rid of the wording with a bit of, you know, cloning or colouring or blending or whatever, right? And then you're going to have to wrap your own wording on. And again, you might need to have a Photoshop expert or someone who knows how to use the wrap functionality. That's one thing Canva's not got, right? Hey, Brian. Yes, Brian, these are screens. These are LED screens. And look, the wire. There's a wire here, right? There's a wire there, plugged in. There's a remote, and I can change the videos that it plays. But this is Dagobah. This is the Dagobah system where Yoda used to live. The thing is, though, Yoda left his candle on, his light. No one's put the lights out. They've left the lights on. What do you use to upscale? What do you mean by upscale? Do you mean images? Or do you mean business? What do you mean? Do you mean images or, what do you mean? Do you mean images or business? I hope you're liking the filter. You know this filter I put onto my camera? This reflection here that you can see now, this one here, right? In fact, there, that reflection there is from my light up here, right? But if I keep my head down now, you're not getting as much screen glare. Even from my window over there, you're not getting much. There's a little bit, there's a tiny bit, but don't you think this is so much better what this has done? In terms of my screen is on full brightness now. I remove that lens and you would have been getting this every time I look at the screen. You know that effect. But it's so much better for the new videos that we're recording. I've still got lots of old videos to come out, but the new ones. Brian's 5'9". I'm actually 5'6". I think I'm 5'6" and a bit. I'm only 5'6" and a bit. Yeah. You probably thought I was 2 foot. Is there a free plugin for custom post types, Alex? Of course there is, Alex. Custom post type UI or advanced custom fields gives you a free custom post type. So in response to your question, Alex, yes. And we've got videos on that. Go and do a search for post type or custom field, and you will find about 5 or 6 videos I've got on that. Brian, images, right. I don't really upscale images, but if I was going to do it, I would use Photoshop, but then I would try and say to the client, go and get me some better images. Because the minute you start to upscale, you're going to get noise. You're going to get a bit of blurriness somewhere here or there. So have a think about that. Is the WordPress mega menu still in experiment mode? Do you mean for Elementor? If it is, no, it's released now. It's released. You can use it. I have heard of some people having the odd problem with it, but 9 times out of 10, it's because they've got brute force optimization, or they've got other Elementor add-ons, and it's like, well, deactivate them. And they go, I don't want to deactivate them. And you go, well, stop blaming the Elementor mega menu then, because I have found it works. Johnny, is there an easy way to place blocks and text blocks freely in Elementor? Yeah, absolute positioning, Johnny. So you get the block or the text, and then you go to the advanced tab, you go to position, you set it to absolute position or fixed position, whichever one you want to go for, and you'll learn to understand what's the difference. And then you do that. However, it's not great responsively, and you will find yourself messing around a lot unless they're routed to the left, the right, the top, or the bottom. If they're on the page somewhere, it can be problematic responsively, which is why very rarely do I recommend using a fixed absolute or fixed positioning. Thank you very much, Brian. Thank you very much for that. You know, that means a lot. Thank you very much for that. So much time goes into doing what I and others do. You know, I'm not the only one doing videos, but it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time. I can tell you now, right? I can tell you now that the that 7-hour video that we put out there, that 7-hour video has generated, are you ready for this? $20. So 62 hours of effort, it's generated $20, right? And YouTube will tax it, so eventually at some point you'll get, let me get the tax bit right now, it's going to be 22 minus 4, $16 profit is what you get. That's the reality of YouTubing. So Pez, I have found the cross-website copy feature a little bit hit and miss. So my best tip for you is this. Either you save as a template and you import, right? Or you just copy and paste it. But there are other plugins out there like Dobbly. Is it Dobbly? What's it called? I can't remember. I think it's called Dobbly. That's quite good at copy and pasting, and it really does take the images and everything over. Hey Linda, how are you doing? Hope you're okay. I've just realised that you said hi earlier up and I didn't even say hi back to you. Sorry about that. Great to have you here. Yeah, exactly, Brian. $20 minus the YouTube commission will take it down to about 16. So YouTube take a commission on it, right? They take a commission on it, which is like assholes. But they'll take a commission. It goes down to 16. Yeah. 62 hours work. $16. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. All right. So, and that video has got, I think, just over 5,000 views in nearly what is that? Nearly 4 days. It's nearly 4 days, right? That's just what it is. Absolutely, Linda. And you know what? the amount of comments I'm getting from people that are enjoying those videos and are suddenly going, you know what? I never considered that. How many of you are now more appreciative of WebP, code snippets, performance, media settings, compressed fonts like WAF2, right? TTF, WAF2. How many of you are more appreciative of that, right? Responsive building, yeah? Get the perfect section, move on to the next one. Maybe even Flexbox container, because a lot of people are still afraid of that. And now you get to actually see. I still think that page I created was really nice off the top of my head. Really, really good, right? So if you come away from it feeling like you've learned something that helps you to build in a more efficient manner, where you're not always blaming Elementor for the bloat, and by the way, a lot of the tips I give you, don't forget though, that Flexbox homepage you could build in bricks as well. The Elementor and the bricks bit is neither here or there. It's Flexbox at the end of the day, right? But those optimization tips and WordPress settings, you can now apply to bricks as well. You can apply to Breakdance. You can apply to Gutenberg. Do you know what I mean? Like, the more complex your website, your score's going to go down. Don't assume that you're always going to hit 100%, even with Gutenberg. The more you build on the page, your score will go down. You add videos here and there and carousels, your score will go down. But you can do stuff to help you out. Jamie, I don't know about that, Jamie. I'm not sure about that. The way the YouTube algorithm works, let me tell you how the YouTube algorithm works. If in the first the first 48 hours, okay, let me give you the harsh reality, everyone, right? Here's the harsh reality. If the video gets 100,000 views in the first 48 hours, you will make quite a bit of money. If you get 100,000 views after 2 months, you will not get the same, because the impact was, it grew bit by bit by bit by bit. You have to get a big hit in the first 24 hours, and then it stretches to 48. The first 24 hours are crucial. And then it's the next 24, so 48. After that, what you can potentially get goes like this. Boom. It proper just like off a cliff. Like boom. Right? I'm telling you now. It is. So my page speed performance video has got over, I think, 20 something odd thousand views, right? Okay. Bear in mind now, I've told you that so far our WordPress, our 7-hour video is generated about $20, right? What do you think the page speed performance video is generated? It came out in January, 5 months. It's got over 20,000 odd views. What do you think that's made? I'll tell you. 33, I think it is, dollars. $33. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. So it's all about what you get from the get-go, and then it just drops off big time. Big time. I'm glad you're liking the videos, by the way, Brian. Yep, I really hope that the Elementor post filter and product filter is as good as Grid Builder. Otherwise, it's going to be annoying as heck. But I really hope they do something with it. Absolutely, Brian. The more you play with it, the more you get used to it, right? Yep, Dave, absolutely. Page Builder doesn't automatically generate great website speeds, which is why you got to do the optimization settings that I recommend, because they do massively help you out. Thank you very much, Pesby. Kind words for that, okay? I mean, my approach is not just to show you new tools as well, or click here, click there, do this. I want to try and put my opinion and thoughts on everything I do, but also I like to problem solve. So if I can find another way of doing something, I get quite excited by that, because I learned something new and inventive, and I love to share that. Okay, everyone, I am now going to give you the 2-minute warning. I am going to have to give you the 2-minute warning now, because we have been live for... I can't even tell you how long we've been live for. Hold on. We have been live for 1 hour, 20 minutes. I've got a meeting later on. I'm going to do a bit more work. I need to plan some stuff out. I want to continue my bricks tutorial video that I'm recording tonight. I've got loads to do. I've got to get lots more. I've really got to nail it tonight with what I'm recording. I've really got to get a lot done. And then tomorrow I've got to complete it tomorrow. I must complete it, or at least don't leave too much left over for Saturday, which might be the rank math bit, give or take. But I've got to get it done. I want to get it out for Monday, because a lot of people have said, great, you did Elemental, but where's the bricks? And I don't have to rush it, but I'm starting a new project on Monday. So I don't want that video to be at the back of my mind. I want to just get it out and then deal with the shit from people when they say, oh, you're not using CSS Grid. It's like, yeah, well, I'm using Flex. Get over it. Yeah, Pez, you take care. Take care, Brian. Take care, everybody. Okay, everyone. I'm going to say goodbye now. Take care. Raheem's come to say goodbye too.
Goodbye.
Come over here.
Goodbye.
You can say it again to the microphone.
Goodbye, everybody.
No, that's it. You can go now. Okay, everyone. I'm going to say goodbye. Got to go look after him. He's not well. Take care. I'll be back tomorrow. Normal time, 12 o'clock. Take care. Stay safe. Get loads of work done. And remember, always look after yourselves. Absolutely, Greg. That's what I think too. I think Flex is much easier for people to work with. Stay safe. Bye.